FY'10. Well, Tech Mahindra had also announced his numbers just a short while back. The management is joining us here on boardroom, and to take us to that boardroom, it's over to Raja Rajeshwari. Raji.
Thanks, Nantara, for that. We're joined with the top management, Mr. Vineet Nair. If I can start with you, sir. This quarter, the rupee terms has declined by about 0.3%. Can you take us through this quarter, how the nuances have been, and how do you see the growth outlook for FY'11?
Yes, it's true that revenues in terms of rupee did decline, but in terms of dollars, our revenue increased sequentially by about 2%, 1.9% to be precise. And if we were to talk in terms of constant dollars, it went up by perhaps 4%. Our performance year on year was significantly better, with it going up by our revenue going up by almost 22 to 23%. There has also been a growth in profits. Profits went up to $49.8 million as against $37.3 million in the previous quarter, a growth of about 33%.
What kind of growth rate can we expect?
I think
What kind of growth can we expect in FY'11, sir?
We do not give guidance, and that has been a consistent policy.
But will we do better than what NASSCOM is projecting, a growth of 13 to 15%?
That would amount to guidance, would it not?
Sanjay, if I can ask you, how have margins been this quarter? Our calculation shows that it's more or less stable on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Given the kind of wage pressures that you have, how would you chart out a course for margin next year?
Yes, our margins have been stable this quarter. If we look as we look forward, certainly there are headwinds from salary increase and the full impact of currency in terms of what has happened to sterling. As always, there will be operating margins, operating levers which we can use to mitigate the impact of these, but they will come into play over the year gradually. So that's the way I see things moving.
Sanjay Kalra, if I come to you, can you break down how the growth in BT business has been, how AT&T has been, and the rest of the emerging markets group has been, sir?
Look, I'll not make the mistake I've made the mistake once of giving BT and non-BT separately, so I'll keep it there. I'll not go deeper than that. But let's come on a geography basis. BT is very obvious. If I look at dollar terms, it's grown by 2%. Overall, the Americas have grown by about, year on year, if I look at it, it's grown by 22%. Sequentially 2%. Europe, which will include BT, again, year on year in US dollar terms, has grown 12% for the quarter, and sequentially 3%. And the leader in the pack really is the rest of the world, which year on year for the quarter has grown 103% and is now at $35 million. So overall, I would say, if I look at the business, the BT business, within the kind of idea I've been giving you, which is that we'll remain in the 70 to 72 million pounds. In quarter 4, we went beyond that, but I would still maintain that BT is going to be at these levels for the foreseeable future, which is a 70 to 72 million pounds. We are seeing in North America a pipeline which is richer than perhaps in Europe. And with the recent recognition, we are hoping there will be traction in the North American market from the biggest telco in the world, recognizing us amongst the best and best, and actually advertising it in the Wall Street Journal to tell the world that Tech Mahindra is a partner, that Tech Mahindra is a vendor or a supplier that's been recognized amongst the top 6 suppliers they have in the world. The rest of the world, the behavior is very similar to what it was for the last 12 months. There are new telcos coming up. These new telcos keep approaching us. We win some of them. I think other people start to deliver on some of the other telcos. So that's how I look at the world forward. The one thing that I would like to say, although you haven't asked me, is that for the first time in its history, Tech Mahindra for the previous financial year has non-BT business which is more than $500 million. And to us, it's a matter of great satisfaction that we have crossed that $500 million mark in the non-BT, which is really a very small, insignificant number 4 or 5 years ago when I spoke to you for the first time on the subject.
Thanks, Sanjay, for pointing it out. One final question to Mr. Vineet Nair. Sir, you have hired about 3,000 employees in this quarter. The company is making about 2,500 offers and looking at more lateral. And just Sanjay pointed out right now that the non-BT business has crossed $500 million. Are you feeling much better than you felt about the business in the last 2 years? Now that the whole BT issue has been sorted out, your non-BT business is growing better. Do you think we will go on a better keel in the next 2 years?
Well, that certainly is my hope. We are, like every economic endeavor, linked to how the economy grows. We are seeing positive signs. We do believe we would be requiring more manpower, and that is why we are going ahead with recruitment at this scale.